Hi, I'm Lindsay and I'm the Diary of Sprinkled Fibers.
I'm Marci and I'm her mom.
And before we get started, here are some highlights since the last time we saw you.
Okay, so I wanted to show you what I got from one of my favorite accounts. Her name is Elisa and she is foraged heirlooms on Instagram. And she always, well, first of all, she uses cute little foraging kinds of colors, and her offerings from her shop are it's all vintage things or antiques, and then they're very garden friendly and kind of, I don't know, like homemade forestry kinds of things out in the garden. And so she always does a cute little package of wildflower seeds. So I've gotten several packages from her, and so I'm going to try to plant these soon because they're wildflowers from her garden that she dries and then shares with us. So I have those, and then she always sends a cute little note. And then I want to show you what I got. I love it. It has little sheep and then I think some cattle and a horse or something like that. But I just loved how it looks very, you know, like a beautiful calm scene with a beautiful tree. So, and I loved this frame. So check her out because she has the most beautiful things and they're all vintage that she finds. She lives in Colorado, so. Okay, so I put my new picture up here. And I thought it was cute with some of the kale plates that I have. So I haven't quite decided where I'm going to hang it or if I'm going to hang it, but I like it right here in the kitchen. Because I have cute little cow creamers underneath. Let's see, I'm trying to get my finger to point there. And then also I have kind of some greenery and things like that on the floating shelves. So there she is. Okay, wanted to show you the cute little eggshells that we eggshell candles that we made for Easter. So these are real eggshells. We saved them. We bought them from the farmer's market, and then we made them into candles. And they're so cute. We haven't actually burned any of them because we didn't want to use them up, but we had a little display for Easter, and then we wanted to make cute little candles to go with it. So I don't see them out here, but we made also, because we bought them at the farmer's market, we made turquoise ones too. Oh, here they are, but they've really lightened up, haven't they, Lily? Mm-hmm. So they used to be really turquoisey, but now probably because they've been out here in the sun, but it was so fun. And then I have to show you this dahlia. That is the actual color. It is so vibrant and pretty. And then I have this one right here, and it's so pretty too. And then this is still going really good. I've never had one of these before. They kind of look like a cabbage. And then every now and then just these bottom leaves will, you know, die off. This one's getting close. And then this will just keep growing out. So love it. Okay, so I'm heading into Armstrong's. There's the sign right there. I don't know if you guys have these, if they're nationwide, but anyways, I love Armstrong's Garden Centers. They have a really great selection. Everything's always really clean and fresh. And so I don't think I showed you my front urns since I have iron urns, and at Christmas I want to say that I showed you the poinsettia look that I did. And then since then I took out the poinsettias and then I put kind of a climbing vine in there. And then also some pansies and some snapdragons. And in the meantime, the pansies and the snapdragons have run their course. So I'm gonna freshen it up a little. So come along. Okay, so these were the urns that they have on the front porch, and I had them for Christmas with poinsettias, and then I added this after Christmas, probably after February. I took out the poinsettias and I added this mandevilla, I think it's called, and it's kind of like a vine that will work its way up the trellis. And then I had the snapdragons, I had little purple pansies, and then I have my English ivy that I kept. But I'm just gonna do a little refresher because as you can see, the pansies have died. And it's probably been since maybe February. It's been probably all of February, March, April. So the pansies are done. And then these are getting pretty. These ones don't look too bad, but they were really nice and vibrant before. And then over here, the pansies are definitely done. And then the snapdragons, maybe a couple buds are gonna still be there. So that's what the mandevilla looks like, the bloom. I have it over here as well. So this is a gardenia. And then here's a mandevilla, what it looks like, and that one's also gonna trellis up. So I'm going to refresh now. Okay, so we added the yellow violas and the snapdragons, and I think these look like they're probably gonna be pink. She didn't know for sure because they didn't have any that were blooming. And then same thing over here. We added the yellow violas and more snapdragons. I think those look like they're gonna be pink or maybe purple. So, yay! Okay, so I bought this book, Salad Meals in Summerland, and I love salads, and Lindsay loves to eat salads as well. It's really, I love the beautiful pictures. It goes by seasons, and so I am starting off with the spring season. And so I picked out a salad, and today we went to the farmer's market after church. So I'm hoping to make this one. It's the spring leafy salad, and it has a miso dressing, and I thought that sounded good. So a few of the things I was able to get at the farmer's market, and the others I'll probably have to get at Trader's or Sprouts. So I made this list for the spring leafy salad, and at the farmer's market I wasn't able to get everything I wanted for this salad, but I always love to get their eggs. And then I did get one of the lettuces, the rainbow carrots, and the Brussels sprouts for it. And the other things I'll get somewhere else. But I also love getting fresh berries. I needed more honey, and I love this honey because it's raw and local. And then we got some new bread and some from the Middle Eastern specialty, some delicious hummus and pita chips. So it was a successful haul. Okay, so I'm gonna make the salad from my new salad cookbook, and if you remember, I decided to make this spring leafy salad, and this is what it's supposed to look like. It has this dressing on it and croutons that you make, and they actually call it pangrattato crumb, and so I'm in kind of a little bit of a hurry, so I didn't have time to get out the food processor. So mine are going to be more like a crouton size. And you saw me cooking those earlier. And then over here, I've got the salad fixings. So I've got the 2 different types of lettuce, the 3 different colored carrots, the asparagus, cucumbers, the Brussels sprouts, and then I also just made the dressing. Wanted to give you a little update of our cutting garden. So we planted these zinnias, and they are coming in so beautiful. As Lily said, every color is different. And here's a little friend. So I was having an aphid problem on one of my rose bushes out in the front. And we went to Armstrong's, and they said to put ladybugs there because they eat, a ladybug larva will eat 50 aphids in one day. And so I got the ladybugs, but they seem to have all flown away. So look at that stalk, so pretty. And then I love all of these. They're like, I forget what kind of daffodil it's called, but they turned out so cute and frilly. And then we have sweet peas back here that are starting to bloom, which is so exciting. So the sweet peas are coming. And we just had a lot of rainy weather, so everything's nice and dewy. And then I'll take you over to, wow, look at that color. I'll take you over to the veggie garden. So this is our first garden that we've had for veggies. At our other house, we had a cutting garden, and it turned out really great. But here we've planted our peas in the back, and those are really starting to grow up. We've got our cucumbers, our beets, and then our zucchini, and then intermingled in there we have nasturtiums. So those are the nasturtiums. But wow, look at this zucchini. We just planted this and it's really taken off. So yeah, so we're super excited. I love beets, and so I wanted to make sure there were beets in this. And then what we're probably gonna have to do, the biggest problem is going to be not the squirrels, not the birds, but when the zucchini, cucumbers, peas, and I don't think she'll get into the beets because they'll be underground, but this is the girl that's going to be the problem. Right? She loves veggies, and so she'll probably be up in here chomping away. So I'm going to have to watch her. Okay, that's it. Okay, so today is all about Advent, but before we start on Advent, we wanted to go over Bouquet of the Month Club. So, Lindsay dyed those up, the April skein, and it looked like this. Do you want to talk about it?
Okay, so again, this was the April skein, and if you got the add-on for April, this was the it. So pretty. It's like a light lavender. And then if you also got the add-on mohair, this is what that looked like. So a lot of really pretty violets and purples this month.
And the cute little tag. In fact, she's right now painting the May, but that was the cute little tag. So Lindsay is beyond busy. I know a lot of you know her, her busy schedule. She actually just took her last final for your bachelor's. Mm-hmm. So she graduated in 3 years, which, you know, Lindsay doesn't do anything normal. So she graduated in 3 years, got a 4.1. How do you get a 4.1 in college?
I don't know.
So her bachelor's is in speech and hearing science. She's going to be a speech therapist, speech pathologist someday. But in order to practice, you have to have your master's. And so we're kind of trying to see if she's going to even be able to do that. So she is also full-time and sometimes beyond full-time, modeling and doing all of that. I mean, when we say full-time, it's like every single day she's driving down to LA. Yesterday she shot for Anastasia Beverly Hills. You might know them the best for their eyebrow care. Yeah. And 2 hours there, 3 hours home. So yeah, she was in 5 hours of traffic yesterday. She shot for them. I think you were in traffic more than you actually shot.
I know.
So, although she did just tell me that she was in hair and makeup for 3 hours.
Yeah, we were shooting their blush campaign, which is going to be out this summer.
And maybe we'll put a little picture here of one of her selfies, but it was an elaborate like hairdo, and the makeup is just flawless, and the blush is so pretty. But so for her, you know, like she left early in the morning, she shot, well, it was in hair and makeup. She was just saying how in hair and makeup she had, tell them you had someone doing something at all.
Yeah, like when you go on set, well, you spend like 3 hours in hair and makeup because everything has to be perfect. And then you go on set and like everyone's getting you ready. So I had someone like powdering me, brushing my hair, putting lotion on me, checking the white.
I was like,
just like,
I want that kind of pampering. But because of that, I mean, like last night she got home really late, and so the time for her to do videos is getting limited because, you know, especially because we want to try to do it in the daylight. So you might see some videos with just me. I mean, we're going to try to have her in them, but sometimes she's just like, you know, I can't shoot like the whole week because she's gone every day. And then also if she is home, that's when we definitely want her to dye the yarn. And then, I mean, even like she's sitting here right now while we're doing this, and she's making the tags for May. She's watercolor painting them. So because of that, I will probably be messaging you more. I'll be getting on Instagram because she doesn't want to give up her small business that she's had since she was 13, 12.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere in there. She loves her little small business. She loves, you know, dyeing the yarn beautiful colors that seem like a lot of you say, you know, they're not available from other places. I mean, we have a lot of people who, I mean, there was a couple of ladies in Australia who said, we don't have a lot of hand-dyed yarn that are those kind of like unicorn colors that we tend to do. So anyways, because of that, I'm not telling you any sad news other than just, you know, Lindsay's time is limited, and so I'm going to try to help her more, especially now that the summer's coming. I should be off of work mid-June, and then I'll be doing summer school. I'm a speech pathologist also, so I'll be doing summer school, but it's part-time, and then I can really step up and help her. And so I'll be messaging you more. I might be doing videos every now and then by myself, and I'm gonna try to start assisting her more with the dyeing. So we'll see how that goes. So anyways, so this was April. That was just like a little informational housekeeping plug. So this was April, and because this is April, and you should, probably almost everybody should have received it, we also posted the May. And the May picture, so many of you, you know, messaged and said how much you love it. And one thing that you noticed, well, a lot of you noticed, is that there's some yellow in it. So I think we're possibly transitioning into maybe yellow, or the other one that a lot of you were wondering is we were possibly transitioning into the deeper colors, because there's some darker colors in there. So we'll see. So your May, as soon as she gets the tags done, we'll package those and we'll send those out. For those of you that that got the pastel party, so the pastel party, it sold out before the shop update happened. So then she was taking orders, and everything was going along great, except that a few bags of the wool were back ordered, and one very important color was back ordered. So it's like the color for, you know, the base color for quite a few of the colors was back ordered. And so we had to wait for that. In fact, we were calling them and saying, you know, like, what's going on? Because we really need that color. So because of that, she was hoping that she was going to ship all of those pastel party on Monday, which was the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And then instead, everything is shipping today. So today is Friday, and you'll probably see this maybe on Saturday, the 10th. So by the time you see this, everything that you ordered for Pastel Party should have shipped. So thank you for your patience. On top of that, it rained like 4 days in a row here. And so we usually like to dye and then have everything drying outside in the breeze, so it's nice and you know, fluffy and just like, you know, fresh after we rinse everything. But it was so, it rained probably for 2 days, and then it just misted for the other 2. So we didn't bring it all in every time. We kind of just kept it in under an umbrella and everything. So it just didn't get dry. So it's finally dry enough for her to skein, and we've packaged everything. So those should be shipping out. So I wanted to give you a little update on the melting marl blanket. A lot of you are making that, and I'm loving it. It's easy. Each section is like about this long, and so you can just kind of memorize that section, and then almost like a whole month is about that section, or maybe a little bit more. But then you go on to the next section and you just start going on that one, and then you can almost memorize that one and then forget about the other one, because that one won't come back for like 3 more sections. Or at least that's what I'm doing. So let me show you what mine looks like. So this is, again, I've already added on the April and the extra skein, and the whole time I'm holding it with the extra mohair. Okay, so this is where it started. Let's see, it's getting actually kind of long. In a good way, it's growing. And it's gonna be a hot summer with this, with all the mohair. But this is what it started with. So it started with that January extra skein, and then went into February, and then we went into March, and then now I've added, and then now I've added, so you can see I added the extra skein of April and then held that together with April right here. Okay, so, and you can see the different sections, and they're so fun. So kind of, I'll stand back so you can kind of see so far what I've got. And I just love, the colors are so pretty and just so flowery. And, you know, that's the nice thing with this is if you are not using this for the blanket, hopefully you're making some beautiful shawls or socks or something with it. So I'm loving the colors, and I'm excited to add on that May, because I think the May, it's all sitting right here to my right, and it's so beautiful. So yay. Advent time.
Okay, so now we're gonna start talking about Advent. So as a reminder, last Advent for 2024, we had a little gingerbread theme going on. So my mom is wearing the shawl. Well, we're both wearing the shawl. This is called the Sprinkled Snowflake by Beth McDonald Stone, and that was the pattern that was in our Advent last year. But my mom is wearing the one with the actual Advent colors. So as you can see, we added some gingerbread in there to give it some warmth, and it did fade last year. So these were the colors.
This ending was so pretty. I just have to show this up close. Look at that ending with that lace and that really pretty pinkish coral at the end was the full skein.
So our theme for Advent of 2025 is Christmas ribbons, and what we mean by that is the Christmas ribbon candy. So this is our inspo.
Hold those up close.
So I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but these are like little ribbon candies. We have like a little local shop here that makes these called Logan's Candy. And they're actually very popular on TikTok, and their shop is like right where we live.
Oh, Logan's is popular on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, not the Christmas ribbon.
No, the actual Logan's Candy.
Oh, that's so neat because they're Christian. They're famous, Logan's. We took a little trip down there and we got the ribbon candies because we're gonna do like a lot of, you know, Christmas ribbon displays. And their ribbon candy, you look at this and you think like, oh, you know, easy, or I don't know, like not that big of a deal, but like they'll make one flavor at a time, and they have to stretch it and pull it and add the layers, and it's just a lot of work. So just like appreciating that, we thought it would be a really cute theme just to have a lot of beautiful colors like that.
Yes. Okay, so because we're doing ribbon candy and because they're sort of like striped like this, our Advent this year is not gonna fade. It's just gonna be a bunch of different little pops of colors inspired by the ribbon candy. So today we're going to show you 2 of the colors that we have done
Yay!
for our Advent this year.
Okay, so to kind of, what we did is we got a bunch of them, but the 2 that we're going to show you, we thought this was kind of like it. I'm going to try to hide my face. You hold up this actually, and I'll hold up the ribbon. So there's the first color. Is it showing? Okay, so that's just an example. It's going to be, this isn't the first color as in the first one in day 1, but this is an example of the ribbons. And this is how it's going to be. Really fun, really colorful. There will still be speckles. There might be hot pink and or red speckles throughout the whole thing, just to really bring it all together. This is another one. So today you get to see 2 colors. So from this one, let's see. I don't know how to do this without it showing. Okay, so from that one, here, you hold up that one. She also made, and it's a slightly different color of pink, but this one. So you can see it's pink and red like that. So it's just gonna be really fun. Oops, it's because my face is showing. Some really fun colors. This one's pink and red. The other one's pink and white and red with pink speckles. So, okay, so you got to see 2 colors already. The rest of the Advent will be kind of the same idea, just really colorful, super fun, and the other surprise we have is this little video.
Hi, this is Stephanie Lotvin of Tellybean Knits, and I am here to share a little secret with you. I am so excited. I am going to be collaborating with Sprinkled Fibers this year, and we are going to be working on our Advent project together. That means that I'm going to be designing a shawl using the Sprinkled Fibers Advent Kit, which I'm so excited about. The theme this year, Christmas ribbons, is going to be absolutely packed with holiday joy, and I cannot wait to share what we do together with you. I'm not going to tell you all of the secrets because I'm a secret keeper and I like a surprise. But I can tell you that this year's pattern is going to include lace and textural stitches. If you've ever knit any of my other Advent designs, you'll know that I like to mix things up with lots of new stitches and a fun construction. Plus, this year, we're going to have a little bonus with the pattern. Because the Sprinkled Fiber kit includes both mini skeins and a full skein, you're going to have 2 options. You can either knit the shawl using only your mini skeins, or you can continue on for an added full skein bonus at the end of the shawl pattern. My Advent shawl design will be available at the end of November, but the pre-sales for the Sprinkled Fibers Advent kit are coming soon. So I guess that means it's time to get excited for Christmas.
So that is so exciting. Stephanie from Tellybean Knits, she's making our pattern this year. It's going to be, I think we landed on triangular, a lot of textural stitches. She hasn't, as of right now, she hasn't actually designed it because we are going to dye the whole Advent, send it to her, and she's going to design it based on how each color looks. And then there's going to be, you know, some lace sections, some textural stitch sections, and just different things like that. And then you have the option of the whole ending being made out of the full skein. So kind of similar to last year, where it's a triangular shape and there's textural stitches, which makes it, you know, like really beautiful. Last year, Beth McDonaldstone, she had that beautiful snowflake theme, and that's why the name of the shawl was Sprinkled Snowflake Shawl. So this year we'll see what the name happens to be after it's designed. But Stephanie from Tellybeans, if you've ever made one of her knit along patterns, her patterns are so beautiful. They're really fun. She adds, like, I mean, she just makes everything easy. Her patterns are very easy to follow because she's very detailed. that's another thing you should definitely think about doing. She does a really cute and fun Halloween, and last year she did a Christmas knit along, and we had kits for those because it is a fun little thing to do, like to lead up to Halloween, and then the other one is leading up to Christmas. So hopefully you'll join us. This year is going to be kind of similar in that you will have, it'll be 24 minis, so 24 of these. Everything will be on sparkle yarn. So if you can see, just maybe in the red, you can kind of see that little bit of sparkle. Sometimes in the white, you can't really see it as much, but this is on a sparkle base, and it's still really squishy and soft. So this whole shawl was made on a sparkle base, and I mean, it's like as soft as can be. So this was last year's. So some of you I know have already asked about like if the sparkle was scratchy or if it made it kind of rough, and I don't think so at all. I have had sparkle yarn in the past, not what Lindsay dyes, but I have bought sparkle yarn in the past, and it was really coarse. I still used it because I didn't have a personal dyer. So I think I used like a navy sparkle, and it was really pretty, but that yarn was like working with rope. It was just so scratchy, and it didn't get softer as like you knit it. So when she started dyeing, and she was like, I want to, do a sparkle base. I was like, no, it's going to be so scratchy, but it wasn't. It came, the base came, and it was so squishy and soft. So it's really nice. That, and then also there's going to be a full skein. This year, the full skein will be used if you want to as the ending border. You have the option. And then we're also going to have a couple of add-on surprises. So they're not add-ons as in you can opt in or out. We're gonna the whole kit will be like last year, and actually all the years that we've had our advents, where it will have just some little things that you open throughout the 24 days leading up to Christmas. So can you think of anything else? Oh, I know. This year, we are really sorry to say this, but we're gonna try not to do international. Last year, it was a little bit of, I want to say it was very stressful because packages, for some reason, by UPS got lost. So 4 of them, in fact. So they eventually made it to the different, recipients, but unfortunately it was after Advent, and it was so stressful. It was like every day checking the UPS website and seeing where they were. They didn't get scanned into the actual UPS system, so we couldn't track them. It was just really stressful, and I think it's just because, Christmas time is just so much shipping is going on, and so I think just to make it a little safer, this year we're only going to do within America. So I'm sorry, I know we have a lot of really wonderful customers in England, in Canada, in Australia, in Mauritius. So, and I know you guys are going to feel really sad about that because you guys have been really big supporters, but just to make it a little bit less stressful during Christmas time, we're gonna not ship outside of America. So hopefully you guys understand. I did want to tell you that the Tellybean's design will be up for sale after, after everything. So if you want to make it and you don't get one of our advents, you can always purchase her pattern and you'll be able to make it on your own. For those that buy the advent, that pattern is included in the box, and you'll be able to start on day 1. So we will probably hopefully ship the advents out we usually try to ship them at the latest by mid-November. Sometimes we get them out, I think last year we started earlier. and we got them out. So that was really exciting because the sooner we can get all that yarn out of my house, the better. We have just like piles and piles of yarn. I mean, Lindsay usually tries to take a picture of it all like set up. It was piled on our dining room table like up to here the day that we tried to assemble everything. So last year we had a pile of t-shirts, a pile of candles, a pile of, 24 colors and, all the full skeins, and just, it was a lot. So this year, hopefully we can do that again and get it out maybe to you, early November, and then you can at least get maybe color one started, skein it up and everything.
Okay, so as a thank you for watching this video, we're gonna let you purchase our Advent a day early. So our Advent is going on sale on Saturday the 17th at 9:30 a.m. PST. But for watching this video, if you want to purchase it early and make sure you get one and get on the list, you can message us on the 16th, so the day before, from 8 to 8, and we will put you on our Advent list.
I also wanted to tell you that we're not accepting PayPal. So on that day, just be ready to let us know if you want to Zelle or if you want to Venmo. So PayPal has not been nice to us. We had a lot of problems with it. We had some fraudulent activity, and then it was not easy to get the money back. And it was over $1,000, so that's a lot for Lindsay to lose. So we had to call like night and day, and it was just a bad situation. So because of that, you're gonna have the option of Venmo or Zelle, so be ready for that. I think everybody that orders Advent has kind of gone through that with us before. And then, so no PayPal that day, and then also, that day we're going to ask you, where do you want this to be shipped if it's shipped in November? Because some of you, which is really nice, but some of you for the winter, you go somewhere warmer, and then, or some of you are, like, oh, for Thanksgiving, I'm going to be at my daughter's home in another state. So make sure you tell us where you want it shipped if it's not your normal shipping address. And we're going to confirm that just because we want to make sure we get these to you, on time and in the right place. And I think that's it. So again, everything will go on sale to everyone on Saturday, May 17th.
Oh yeah.
At 9:30 a.m. But because you watched our video and you hopefully liked it, hopefully you liked and subscribed, then because of that, you get a special shopping day, and that's going to be Friday the 16th, 8 to 8. So starting at 8 a.m., whatever time is your 8 a.m., just go ahead and start, because we get up early here. We're in California, so 8 a.m. on the East Coast is 5 a.m. in where we are, but we're up because we go to the gym early. So. And I think that's it. So if you have any questions between now and Friday about Advent, make sure you message us. You can message us on Sprinkled Fibers, and you can on Instagram, and you can just ask us a question if you have one. But we are so excited, and hopefully you love the first two colors. They're really fun. Now these look really Christmassy, and the theme is not Christmassy. Like, it's not going to be red and green, all red and green colors. But we did want to show you kind of the idea of what's going to happen this year. So it's going to be Christmas ribbons, colorful, fun, sweet. So that's it.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.